Peace and blessings. This is your brother Saram Hotep with the Madu Mandela Institute for the Advancement of Science and Culture, as well as the Martin Delaney Center for Egyptology. Just making a quick video here because um, a probably a week or two ago, I was on the Philip Matthews show. Shout out to Philip Matthews, and he asked me a question regarding my books in terms of is there a uh, kind of a series or a pattern, saying to the work. So I wanted to speak briefly on it. So for those who are not familiar with, my text, it does start off with a series. And so, I am trying to get at the crux, the underlying, the substratum of African philosophy and culture. The point being that we recover this essence, and then especially those of us in the diaspora, especially African Americans in particular, that we create our own system. So but it being grounded in traditional African systems and thought. And so that is the focus of the Eluja series. So this is starting with Eluja Volume 1, the rescue, reinterpretation, and the restoration of major ancient Egyptian themes. Even though it's focused on ancient Egypt, of course, I like to do a comparative analysis, so we go all across Africa with it. But even when the context of creating our own system, I also wanted to create works that focus on the pillars of nation building. And so, with that in mind, in 2015, I released this text: "Where is the love? How language can reorient us back to love's purpose." And the focus of this is, of course, relationships. And so we hear it all the time that the family is the foundation of the nation. So if we are going to talk about nation building, we're going to have to deal with first our individual character development, and then of course the male and female coming together, families coming together, creating that and perfecting that institution, as well as the family creating institutions to build wealth and to build the nation. And so this is the focus. The first part of it is linguistic. I want to see what the language part of it is involved, and then we get into the meat of the conversation. And so with that said, we also have to understand the nature of leadership. And so the next text, if we're going to have, a nation, we're going to have people to kind of guide it and run it. And so again, you start from the household, running your household correctly, and then you can, branch off into the nation. And so this is Nesubiti, king in ancient Egyptian, a lesson in paronymy and leadership. And so it is a systematic analysis on the etymology of the word Nesubiti, which is one of the words for king in the ancient Egyptian language, but asking more importantly, what is leadership? What is rulership in the African context? What does that mean? And you come to realize that it has to deal with this notion of eldership and being a parent. And so the parenting trains you to be a leader, in your community from the African perspective, which is why this is, critical. So if you want to go in order, this and then this text. And so there are going to be some subsequent text, that I'll be creating in the future in terms of actually, architecture, building the nation and dealing with farming and stuff to that nature. But that's coming in the near future. And so the latest text, well, one of the latest texts is Eluja, Volume 2. So we saw Eluja Volume 1 earlier. This is Volume 2. So China into religion and philosophy. So you're going to have these values and principles that keep the community together, that bind the community together. And so, the focus of the Eluja series, again, is to rescue, recover, and restore these foundational principles in African philosophy and culture, and for the sole benefit of creating a particular nation. And so this is a little thicker and a little bigger than the other one. There's a lot going on here. But if you want to understand the African conceptualization of the divine and one's relationship to the divine and cosmos, and how that permeates in the society itself, then this is the particular text for you. So I have a text after that, but this is more so linguistic. This is more so a linguistic work. So it's part of the series, but not. This has a totally different focus. So this is towards a comparative dictionary of Chicam or Egyptian and modern African languages. And so this is a preliminary work dealing with comparative linguistics and the creation of an online database, which I plan on developing in the near future. But just wanted to answer that question in terms of books. Here's another book. This one is actually a team text, and this is a contribution to the debate on the meaning of the place name Kemet. The Shimsu Heru research team that consists of brothers Sanjeti Ankra and Wujaru Iri Ma'at, and myself, brother Sarim Hotep. We consist of the research team, and so this is the preliminary analysis on the debate on the meaning of Kemet. And my full treaty, chapter 7 in this text, deals with Kemet. And again, it all has to do with nation building and the like. And so you get an understanding of what a Kemet is in this text, and then we'll have a series of texts on how to build a Kemet. And so we're going to take this nation building thing serious. So just wanted to put that out there. So I hope you're enjoying your day. God bless y'all. Good night. Peace.